I am coming to you from the balcony of the Egyptian Theater on Capitol Hill. SIFF 2022 is a true hybrid experience. You know, one of the things that we learned from being virtual last year was that people sift in very different ways. Some people really love being part of the festival from their home. I know I love being part of the festival in person. And so going into this year with the planning, we were really very clear that we wanted as many films as we could to be available both in person and virtually. And we wanted to sort of have that accessibility so that people could share these amazing films in the way that felt comfortable for them. So we have 262 films. We've got 155 feature presentations and 13 short film packages. And all of those will be available in cinemas. We also have 95 of those feature films and all 13 short film packages available on our SIFF channel, and those will be available on demand from April 14 to 24. This year we have 80 countries of production representing, and that's pretty standard for us. One of our true tenets is to bring the world to Seattle. And as we're doing our curation, as we're doing our programming, we're very cognizant and very aware of the fact that we are representing communities and regions across the world and really trying to get their stories out and amplified as much as possible.
On parlera de Corée du Nord, de Léonard de Vinci, de tigres, d'exil, de soldats russes. Paradis perdu.
Film creates conversation. And some of the conversations that we're having in the world right now are about human rights and social justice, freedom of choice, democracy itself. And our opening and closing films both deepen those conversations and keep them going.
Come on, poisoned? I don't believe it. Like, he's back. This is Alexei. If you want to kill someone, just shoot him. Jesus Christ.
We're opening the festival with Daniel Roher's Navalny, about Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader in Russia, who was poisoned by Putin and survived to tell the tale, and then returned to Russia. And just this last week was sentenced to an additional 9 years in prison for standing up for democracy and anti-authoritarianism in the country he loves. And then our closing film is Phyllis Naja's Call Jane, about the Jane Collective, which was a true life abortion provider collective in Chicago in the 60s. This is a fictionalized version starring Elizabeth Banks, Sigourney Weaver, and many, many others, about a woman who needs an abortion before it's legal and is able to find the Janes and the changes that has within her world and her marriage and her friendships. So we have our culinary cinema returns this year.
I'm Jess, I'm running.
Sin Indigenous is back with a terrific 4 feature films and a short film program.
It's in your blood.
Type 2 diabetes is manageable with proper care.
Her mother had it.
For a second, I thought you died.
Do I look sick to you?
We have our WTF, which is weird, terrifying, and fantastic. We're also hitting African pictures.
All the best.
Films from Ibero-America. Some really just incredible journeys around the world. One of the amazing films that we have is called The Territory. It's from Alex Pritz. He worked with an indigenous tribe within the jungles of Brazil, and the tribe itself acted as the producing partners, and a lot of the cinematography was shot by this Brazilian indigenous tribe. There's a terrific Iranian film called Hit the Road, which is a road movie. So it's traveling through all of the different parts of Iran, which is spectacular to watch. One of the ones I'm most excited about sharing with audiences is Daughter of a Lost Bird, Brooke Pepion Sweeney's film about Kendra Potter from the Lummi Nation, who was adopted out to a white family as a baby and growing up and finding her birth mother.
Hi, April. This is Kendra Potter, your birth daughter. I don't know if leaving a voicemail is too weird. Hi.
And really investigating those feelings that come up about, what does being Native today look like? And how do you merge those two parts of yourself?
Don't be ashamed who you are now. Your ancestors are here. They led you here.
We definitely have some really amazing coming of age stories like Cooper Rafe's Cha-Cha Real Smooth, which won the audience award at Sundance. A little aimless early 20-something who becomes a bar mitzvah DJ. A very funny, amazing movie. We've got Day by Day, which is the new comedy film from Felix Herngren, who did The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared. And this, again, stars 5 senior citizens on a road trip across Europe. We've got The Pez Outlaw, which just won an award at South by Southwest about an actual Pez dispenser smuggler. He smuggled in Pez dispensers from Eastern Europe. It's a terrific tale and very, very funny. There is a certain amount of energy that comes with being together in a cinema. Jokes are funnier, jump scares are scarier, creepy things are creepier. There's an ability of humans to ignore nuance when you're sitting at home. But when you're in the cinema, the nuances are able to build and to grow and to provide a complete experience. The levels of accessibility that we're able to provide by having a hybrid festival is amazing. We know that there are people that are just not able to get to the cinemas or that may not feel safe quite yet. And to be able to provide access to these stories and to have the experience that their friends are having in the cinemas and be able to talk about it is incredible.
And that one was for the title.
Golf. I'm going to have a crack at the British Open.
I hope that people approach SIFF and approach the festival with an open mind and an open heart, because film creates empathy. And I hope that people meet someone new, learn about something new, are entertained, give a small film a chance, because it's often those films that you didn't expect that change your world.
The Seattle International Film Festival runs April 14th through the 24th at multiple Northwest theaters and online. The festival schedule plus ticket and pass information is at siff.net/festival. Catch Art Zone Friday nights at 8 and anytime online at seattle.gov/artzone.